We're live.
Hello, everybody. It's been a long
The
time.
Open has arrived. I know. When was the last time? Well, I
Last
went
year.
solo the other day. Oh, for the Open, yeah. It's been a year.
Well, also podcast for last year.
Yeah, have we done one in 20? I don't think we have.
No.
For those of you who are not involved in our lives on a not a personal level, but a closer proximity, 2026 has been really, really interesting for Mahmoud and I so far. So we'll just put it that way. But we're here and we're thriving, and we keep saying that March is going to be better. So fingers crossed on that. Anyways, I think we ended up having this happen last year where we didn't really talk about the Open. Yeah, before we did the lives. I know we went Instagram live last year.
Yeah.
Going YouTube live this year, but I kind of like that.
I mean, we'll find out if we are on the same page.
I mean, yeah, we briefly talked in a group chat with some of our athletes, and we briefly talked a moment ago, but we didn't really discuss anything substantial with the workout yet. So this will be fun. Let's take it from the top. We'll go kind of your knee-jerk reactions, your thoughts to the workout. You have also done this workout by now.
I did, yeah.
So
I did this workout earlier today,
do it.
And I've seen different fitness levels do it. And I think that...
Before we get into that, do you like it? What do you
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I would agree.
There's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's a workout. And that's the thing. I think like me and Triston kind of differ a lot. Like me and you will look at the workout, and you're gonna like feel something about it. I was like, well, we got to do it.
So I'm torn on this workout. So I think it's a perfectly fine open workout. I'm also very happy we're not doing a hinging dumbbell movement and burpees for the first week.
Right.
I'm stoked with that.
Yeah.
My personality is split 50-50 on this workout right now, though. On one hand, I love a super high intensity 12-minute leg capacity test that only the very, very few best in the world will finish. I think we'll see less than 25 men and 45 to 50 women finish the workout, right?
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, I completely hate it because it's 12 minutes. It's 354 knee extension reps and 246 wall balls. And my brain's like, why didn't you just program double Karen? So that's where my head's at. On like one hand, I love it. And on the other hand, I hate it. Who dat?
Guest athlete.
What up, Dion?
He can't.
Anyways. So
yeah, no, I like it. I do think this will be the end of squatting in this open.
I don't think there's no shot we squat again in the open.
Yeah,
there's no shot.
I will also think this is me, and this is gonna ruffle some feathers, but I think Dave Castro is like Hyrox thinks it's so cool because it has 100 wall balls at the end. Here you go.
so he programmed double the reps plus some.
He's like, you think you're a good athlete because you do a Hyrox. Let's see how you do with 240. Not saying, again, not trying to criticize anybody, but I think that might have crossed his mind.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good...
I will also say one more thing. This is a double edge tester. Whichever is weaker, lung capacity versus legs, is going to give up first. For me, this workout will feel so different than for somebody who's like a strength athlete or a power athlete and not aerobically as fit. Or like,
do you think a power athlete is still going to get limited by their leg endurance first, though? Because they're not going to be enduring either.
I've heard athletes say their lungs are what hurt and nothing else.
That is remarkable to me.
But I did not, like, my lungs, sure, I was breathing heavy, I was sweating, all that, but, like, I never gotten into, like, I don't think I got into zone, like, 4 or 5, or maybe 5. But my legs were just, like, I had Charlie horses. I tried to sit down after I couldn't.
I mean, I haven't done it yet, obviously, but the thought crossed my mind earlier that when when I do this, I'm going to feel like I did 10-minute max cal bike, which for me was never a breathing test.
Mm-hmm.
It was just my legs just hurt for like 6 of the minutes. But anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take it from the top in terms of warming up.
Yeah.
So one thing I wanted to, and this will be a good place for us to start because it's kind of the very beginning of the warm up. It's a low skill test. It's not a sprint. I think people are not going to think that they need to warm up very much for this.
They don't need to do weird movements. They just need to get warm.
Yeah, I think 10 to 12 minutes on a machine or couple of machines is not a bad idea. Not hard, but I very much think you want to be feeling very loosey-goosey.
Yeah, you want to loosen your body as much as you can. That's for sure. Especially like, I'm going to say it was more on the step downs. From the jumps, the step downs, like you're pulling your foot off the box at this point.
Right, especially if you're a shorter athlete, you're not as tall, right? You're gonna be you have to pick up your hip flexor.
Like that's where like I felt the most like challenge. Not the jump up, it's just the step down and like feeling that stretch of your groin. So if you're not already warm enough and loose enough to move around that hip, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, this is a workout where you very much want that femur in the hip socket like the freaking Sistine Chapel. Like you want all ranges of motion to be feeling very, very comfortable. And then on the flip side to that, it's almost to me like a double-edged sword. I think people are going to do too many wall balls. Warming.
Yeah, I mean, 15.
I think in the warm-up I wrote for the Sugarwod tracks, I think there's 20.
Yeah.
Like
you don't need more than that. Like broken up in multiple sets.
Yeah, I think it was 2 rounds of 10.
Yeah.
Right.
Box jump over, same thing. Like 12.
Yeah. I think it was 10
like 6 and
12.
6.
Yeah. You don't need to do a ton of the movements. You need to establish a good squat position, but you need to do that by just sitting in a squat, doing some air squats, doing Spanish squats, doing
Dr. Rockbacks, 1990 hip flow, like all
Cossack squats, like
and like honestly, like some mid back, like thoracic, hit the thoracic rotation, thread the needles, stuff like that. Because again, like nobody has talking about that, or I haven't heard anybody talk about it. But the shoulder starts burning. Well,
the shoulders start burning,
especially for a shorter athlete. Like you're gonna start jumping and throwing that ball with all you got.
And it's not like your mid back or something is gonna give out and be the issue, but the more comfortable and upright you can be as a system, it's going to be better. If you're hinging over more, your low back is gonna start to light up. Your glutes are gonna get more fired up than they need to. So you do want to be as upright as possible. Like anything associated with that somebody has tightness in is worth addressing. And I think it's a good one to take a lacrosse ball to the bottom of the feet.
Yeah.
I saw at least one post on Instagram where a rather notable athlete was giving their recommendation and they said to wear running shoes or soft shoes. I completely disagree with that statement. Assuming completion, which nobody will do, most likely who's listening to this, but it's 246 squatting reps and like 70 box jump overs. Grow up, lacrosse ball the bottom of your foot, wear your CrossFit shoes, and have a very rock solid squat position versus doing it in running shoes.
So like again, I didn't do anything notable in this workout. Like I'll share my score, I don't care. I got almost done with the 66 wall balls. And most of the time I was at the wall balls.
Yeah, it's a wall ball workout.
And when you get to the box, you're not breaking the box up.
I mean, how long did your box jump overs take you? A minute?
I don't know. No, less than that.
That's what I'm saying. Like
yeah. Like total, you mean?
I mean per 18.
No, per
Like,
18, it was probably like 35 seconds, 40 seconds at the most.
right, which is fine. Like
Yeah.
it's a wall ball workout.
And I see where they come from. I don't know who they are because I didn't see the post, but like it's so much more foot stability than impact on the foot.
Yeah, it's not
The measures are not, they're not even here.
right.
Um, I will ask you a
Addition.
fun question.
Okay.
Would you rather do this on a target or on the wall? And why?
So I will preface this and say I'm typically, for a long time, I was a target guy because I didn't like to feel cramped.
Mm-hmm.
I think with this one, personally, because there is a decent shot, there's a decent chance my wall balls are going to get a little weird on like my first rep or two of a set. I may opt for the wall because I'm not going to beam the bottom of the target and then like have to catch the wall ball weird or whatever. If I have a bad first rep, it's just going to kind of hit the wall and still be generally where I would like it to be. So it kind of takes down the accuracy premium a smidge. I do feel really cramped on the wall sometimes, though. I do. I'm not claustrophobic, but sometimes doing wall balls on the wall, man, I'm like, I need some space.
So I've seen both today. I did it on the wall, and I've seen people do it on the target. And I'm typically a wall guy. I like the wall. I feel upright. And I get the point of accuracy. I agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
But the spring back, I think, requires you to use less of your legs because you could be a little bit pushing that wall forward rather than directly up. So I might be very physically speaking, and it might be very theoretical here, but I think the leg drive is a slightly lower, and when you do slightly lower multiplied by however, I did 140 reps, that's going to count.
Yeah, you do get a little bit more that bounce.
Yeah, the bounce on the target. And I felt like the athletes that did it on the target today had a calmer face, an easier breathing pattern on the wall balls compared to what me and another athlete did on the wall. Again, they didn't complain about their legs at all. So
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it'll be most personal preference, but that is a good thing to consider. Like if you always do wall balls on a target, don't do it on the wall.
If you always miss on a target, don't do it on a target today.
Right, don't do it on the target.
Like if accuracy is an issue for you, don't do it on a target.
Right,
but if you're comfortable on both, I would suggest playing with it in the warm up if you're comfortable on both and see which one feels a little bit less leg fatiguing.
I also think it's worth, like, if you're one of those people who just know you're going to beam the bottom of the target, maybe just do it on the wall because that will be very demoralizing.
Yeah, and I think for me, I'm more likely to slide the ball a little bit lower on the wall than hit the beam of the target.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I'd probably, if I were to redo it, I would probably try it on the target.
So, do you want to talk about movements first or strategy and pacing, like movement kind of efficiency?
Let's talk about standards first, because there are some unique standards to this that you have to make sure you're aware of.
You want me to pull up the scorecard?
Yeah, if you can put it on screen, that would be helpful.
Yeah, I can put it on screen. Hold on.
Yeah. I'll say the first and most, if you're trying to make it to the next level and you're videoing your workout, which at this point I don't think it's required still, but if you are videoing your workout, and if you want to keep the standard the same, because it's going to make a difference, the box has to be 10 foot away from the wall ball station.
Which I think that is something worth adhering to, if at all possible.
It is a big...
Like, it is the standard. And if your gym can accommodate that, I think you need to do that.
Right. Most gyms will have 10 foot in them, even if it's diagonal. It's just 10 foot.
Yeah.
So that's number one. Number two, the line, the tape that you have, or the line, the ball has to be above the line. not the center.
Yes.
The ball
the
has to be
whole
above
ball.
the line. Right.
Yes.
Can you scroll down to the standards?
Yes. Uno momento.
Yeah, so if you see here, the whole ball a little higher. Yep. Right there. It's not just the standard, it's the whole ball. Right? And then last standard, which is important, is stepping down on the box, jump over, or the step over. You cannot, even on the last rep, you're too tired, you're too excited, you're too whatever. You're gonna get theoretically a no rep if you jump down. So if you see athletes must step down from the box.
If you're gonna finish strong and you're worried about jumping down from the box, just jump over the whole box.
Yes, that's if you read the next line, the athlete may jump over the box entirely. If so, they must pass over the box and not around it. So you can't split up your legs and just go around it.
Yep.
You have to go over the box. I would not encourage anybody to do this unless, yes, that too, that standard.
Yes.
The box has to be more than 15 inch in each direction.
So don't be getting caught out there on Instagram, people who know who they are, with your super duper tiny 12 foot by 12 or 12 inch by 12 inch damn boxes.
Right.
Because you're doing it wrong.
The last thing is on your step overs, if you can go to the step overs.
Yes.
If you go down to the no reps, you can't put your hand, you see that far right box? You can't put your hand on the climbing leg. And it will feel so involuntary. You won't even think about it, but you need to be aware of it, right? Like this is, or your elbow or whatever, you can't touch your climbing leg.
Yep.
Those are the standards that I need you to be aware of before you do the workout, just in case you don't want to mess that up and do it again if you don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. No, that's good.
Yeah.
Those are good things to go over. All right.
One little unfortunate thing that they did is they screwed over the ladies above 55.
Why? What is it?
They only allowed them to step up. That's the only difference. Meanwhile, the guys go to a lower height. So both guys and ladies are going for 9 foot, 20 and 14, and they're just allowed to step up.
Nice.
It's messed up.
Yeah. What can you do?
Nothing.
All right. Wall balls. It's a pretty simple movement. Shouldn't be a lot of rocket science behind this, but I think not strategy based, but more movement efficiency based. Do your best not to leave your hands in the air the whole time. Now, if you do the whole bird flap thing, that's great. That's awesome. If not, just drop your arms down kind of to your chest so that you can receive the ball. I do think you said it got a little shouldery.
Yeah.
I do think your shoulders are going to play into it, and I think that's something worth keeping in mind.
The shorter you are, the more shoulders are going to play.
And the last thing with the wall, not the last thing, but something I think about a lot with wall balls is intentional reps are easy reps.
Can you say that in layman's term?
If you pay attention during the rep of a wall ball and you focus on keeping your weight balance in your foot, driving your knees out, keeping your chest up, keeping your hips go down and back, chest is nice and tall, you push out with your legs, use your glutes on the way up, it almost, the rep just happens, right? But so many times when I see people do wall balls, because it's an easy movement, they just kind of half-ass it, and they're on their toes, or they throw the ball weird, or they get pitched forward. And it's like the effort required to clean that up is less than the effort you're expending from having shitty reps.
Mm-hmm. I will say it is so easy to get no reps on this workout because you're tired, and it's so costly.
How many no reps do you get?
A lot.
Really?
And it was my first rep of every set. It's just it's not high enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so that's why I will be more intentional if I knew I had to throw it at a target. That's why I want to try and practice that and maybe think about it that way. So I would say the athletes that I've judged did not get, maybe got 2 no reps, and the other athletes didn't get any no reps. So that was like a much better, because once you get no rep, there's probably a big chance you're gonna let it drop.
Yeah, especially if you're deep in the workout, or
Right.
like wall balls aren't your jam. This is probably
Right.
something for the more like open level athlete. But
Yeah.
a lot of people will do that. They'll throw the wall ball, they'll get no reps, and they'll just drop it. And they're like, oh god, right? They're just all
That was me.
buttered about it. Yeah, exactly. I know. I've seen you do it before. Okay. Box jump overs.
Again, don't forget to step down. Be as diagonal as possible. Lateral, just if you can do lateral and you're confident in it, fine.
Go for it.
Just with the amount of leg fatigue that I had today, I'm typically good at lateral. I was like, I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got it like that, you've got it like that. I don't think it's necessary to do well. But
I think diagonal is fine. Facing the box will take a lot of torque on the box.
Yeah,
like you're gonna, yeah, it's a lot. Like in my head, it's a lot slower of a movement, but it will give you a little bit more of a break.
Which is fair because that is kind of where you want to catch your breath. And Trey, you just missed Mahmoud and I discussing the nuances of diagonal box jumping, basically.
And everything before that.
And everything for the last 21 minutes before that. So
yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think the box jump over is really, I think at the end of the day, you're modulating the box pace off of what you need to do and what you can do on the wall balls. Now, you don't want to overextend on the wall balls, obviously. That then screws over your ability to do box jump overs, especially if box jump overs are not a strength of yours. But like you said, the workout came down to the wall balls.
I will also say, like, 18 did not feel like a long task. Like, mentally, it's not a hard part of the workout. But if you go on autopilot, I promise you, you will eat it.
Yeah.
If you get lazy and not intentional with the amount of leg fatigue, you will eat it. You just saw 4 athletes that will never eat it probably ever again. So didn't occur, but like this is think about like a echo bike sprint into a box jump. Think how heavy your legs are.
Yeah, I will definitely, after each set of wall balls, take a big deep breath before I jump.
Yeah,
just to
intentional movement on the box jump overs. Doesn't have to be fast, just needs to be intentional.
It needs to be intentional and efficient. Yeah. Step overs, just kind of grind them out. Smooth as fast.
Honestly, very interesting movement. So before the workout, I said I'm gonna go bear hug from the beginning. I'm gonna have it here. The other style is stupid. That's what I said. I said to myself, and then I got there and I started breathing heavy enough that I did not want to put a ball on my chest.
Press it in your chest. Yeah,
I did not want to do that. So I started off the first 6-7 reps on one shoulder. I switched in the middle, so it was like 3 or 4 here, 3 or 4 here, and I tried to step up. For me, it felt a little bit better to step up with the closer leg just because of the counterbalance. But it might be different for everybody. But what I would say is like, I want to make sure that like you're comfortable going from one position to another if it demands that. I ended up bear hugging it after that 7th round. I was like, okay, I can put it here now. Yeah.
Trey, if you do this, I will kill you. You are not allowed to do that. That is not an efficient way to do box step overs. When you make something more plyometric, it is more taxing. I don't care what anybody says. Because it is more force to jump and then more force to land. Ooh, we got a big comment here from old Kevin K Dog. What's up, buddy? Okay, assuming a quarterfinals athlete who can do Karen unbroken. This is 2 to 3 times longer of a time frame with Focused breaks on the box up overs. Advice on wall ball reps. When to break. How aggressive should the athletes be? All right. Also, hold on. Before we talk about this, I don't actually think they were no reps when I looked at the scorecard. Because it does say you do not have to land with both feet on the box. So I think they were fine, just inefficient. But anyways, back to this. So, I mean, a quarterfinal athlete who can do Karen unbroken, I think that is the most likely athlete to fall into a trap.
I'm also questioning the two. I think if you can do Karen unbroken, you're probably more than a quarterfinal athlete.
It doesn't mean you're a semifinal athlete, though.
Unless you're skill limited.
There are plenty of people who can do Karen unbroken who are nowhere close to semifinals. Plenty. I think people should start breaking in the second round, the round of 30. Unless you are a borderline games athlete or a games athlete, then I think you break in the second round. I think you break in the 30. I've talked to some of my athletes today already. I would love to tell people to break in the 20, but I know nobody's going to listen to me because they're excited. So just do the 20 unbroken, shut up, get it over with, and then do your box jump overs and stick to the damn game plan after that.
For the record, I had an athlete going against me. She broke in the 20, and she broke every set in 10s across, and she got in the 40s back on the way down.
Dude, 100%. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I 100%. One thing I'll say with the 10s,
it's the rest.
You have to be disciplined on the rest, and I do think it's not a bad idea to try to play some descending. I'm always a fan of a descending rep scheme when you break stuff, like 12-8.
Yeah. Yeah.
So with the 10s, right, like in the 30, maybe you go like 12-10-8.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same concept. It's not that much of a bigger set. So you could play with some rep schemes like that. Like I might try to do some math on those kind of rep schemes because I'm a big fan of descending reps. 10s are fine, but I think mentally that does make it a little easier for people.
Let's say if you can keep the 66 and 11s, that saves you a set.
Mm-hmm.
By just doing one more rep per set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Something I meant to mention with the wall balls. If you are proficient at wall balls and you're relatively solid at wall balls, you should be warming your wall balls up to catch the ball in the bottom. Like if the wall ball never really feels heavy for you, like I would say a solid quarterfinal level athlete or above, you should be catching the wall ball basically in the bottom or the bottom quarter of your squat and then standing up and throwing it to the target. Like do not stand and catch and then squat and stand and throw. You will shave off time per rep and you will shave off some eccentric loading on your legs, which will add up in a workout like this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we talked wall balls, we talked box jump overs, we talked step ups. We talked a little strategy with the wall balls, which is kind of the most strategic thing. I think most people truly should strive to do their step overs unbroken. It's not heavy.
No.
I think if you put it down, if you're an open level athlete, even if you put it down, you're taking a break you don't need. What do you think? So we were talking a little bit before this. You think 90th percentile will be, you said deep in the 40s?
I think like past 20 or maybe past 15 in the 40s.
Oh, okay. Past 20 or 15 in the 40s, so about halfway. I could see that. So what do you think 75th percentile will be? Because that's the quarterfinals cutoff, right? Do you think that's somewhere in the 66?
45 of 66?
Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking, like 40 to 45. of the 66. All right, let's
Why
see
did
if we
you
can.
have to remind me?
Sorry, dog.
Damn it. All right, what are we doing tomorrow?
You're redoing it. All right, we're gonna play a game. What do we think that 95th percentile is gonna be?
30s.
Like through them?
No, 10 to 15 in the 30s.
And you think 99th percentile will be in the box jump overs?
No, in the 20s.
Really? I think 99th percentile will be in the box jump overs. Like deep in the box jump overs.
Box jump
Over
overs
10.
takes 40 seconds.
Yeah, but you're 220 wall balls deep at that
Fair.
point. We'll see.
Yeah.
That'll be a good little bet for us. Side bet.
We'll look for Beyond the Whiteboard tomorrow.
Yeah, and then what? Tuesday is when they usually finalize.
Yeah.
Something we have not discussed yet, which I will be screaming. If you're one of my athletes, or you're an Ascend athlete, or you're any athlete, but if you're one of my athletes, I will be yelling at you about this tomorrow. When you're done with this workout, after you take your pity party and scream about how bad your legs hurt, you have got to drag yourself to a bike. I don't care if it's a C2 bike or an Echo bike. You have got to drag yourself to a bike and bike until your legs don't feel like cement blocks anymore. It might be 5 minutes. It might be 10 minutes. For some of y'all, it might be 20 minutes. It doesn't matter. But you need to go get on a bike as soon as you can peel yourself up off the floor. It's going to feel so much worse the rest of the day and Saturday if you just let that sit in your legs. You need to go flush your legs out. Yes, your legs are going to be sore. Yes, your legs are going to feel like shit Saturday. All of that is fine. But I think, and I'm not even a big cool down guy a lot of the times. It's usually not just as a coach, something I am on my athlete's ass about, being full transparency. But this is a workout like you've got to go get on a bike. Or your legs are just going to be, you're going to have no shot at even using your lower half at all the next day, let alone productively.
I mean, foam rolling after, if you have access to boots, all that would be great too.
I do think a good couch stretch as well, as painful as that's going to be. Just to
I wouldn't
stretch.
say right after, it's not going to be that painful. But like hours
Yeah,
later,
that's
yes.
true. Hours later would be bad, but good couch stretch, good pigeon stretch. Adjust your training so that you're not really doing a lot of squatting the next day, because that would be
Don't squat the next
nonsensical.
day.
Don't use your legs the next day. Everybody
Actually,
who's
like I have a
following-
craving to do deadlifts. I feel like I'm lopsided. My posterior chain is not really sore.
just your anterior quad is
Just my
destroyed.
anterior is, yeah, exactly.
I think most of my athletes are not using their lower body at all on Saturday. Just no point. Because anything they do is not going to be productive anyways. So, all right, let's leave it. We will leave it open another 2.5, 3 minutes for questions. See if we have any questions come through. We can help people out a little bit more. I will copy and paste the full warm-up in the description for this on the YouTubes for people who need it. Trey is excited. Let's fucking go.
Let's go, Trey.
Are you? How's the gym sentiment from people who were there today? Are they thrilled?
They're afraid.
They're afraid.
They're afraid. And some
Good.
people are mistaking.
Maybe they'll pace it correctly then.
Some people are mistaking it for fun.
Sure. You're welcome, Trey. You're welcome. You do have to squat before. Trey has to squat before he does the workout, though. He's doing speed squats. Oh my God. No, it's like 55% with bands for doubles.
Consider the Wallballs his speed squats.
He'll be fine. Stop
Sorry,
every
Trey.
week.
I couldn't stop it.
He'll be fine. Not at all excited for the workout. I think I'm less excited for how I'm gonna feel Sunday than
One
I
tip.
am worried about the workout.
Take a towel with you. The Wallball's gonna get sweaty.
Oh yeah, especially if you live in the South.
Yes, take a towel with you.
Yep.
If I needed to dry my stuff up, you will need to dry your stuff up.
Wear sweatbands. Also, everybody grow up.
It's sweat from your body. It's sweat
I know,
from your
but
face.
still,
Yeah.
like, just wear sweatbands. It's 2026. We know how to CrossFit these days. Let's go. Wear sweatbands. All right. I think that's it. 26.1. It's going to be juicy. Little juicy leg workout.
Little leg fest.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments how it goes. If you're an Ascend athlete, tag us on Instagram. Did Colton break it all? No, Trey. And he caught the damn wall ball and then just walked to the box and started doing step overs. So,
Yep.
The only time he put the ball down was when he went and did box jump overs. Yeah. Yes, that is the correct response. My God. Yes. I don't think Jason broke either.
Yeah, I don't think so. Full disclosure, I was watching as I was doing stuff for the gym, so wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, I was trying to program. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, good night. Get after it. I'll pray for your legs.